I be your good friend, your dog. Me and my good friend, cooler than flamingos on the beach, sand, better than the glove on the cane, hand in sync like we in the 90s band. Yeah, hey, what you doing? How your day been? Say, what we gonna talk about today, man?
What's up, good friends?
What's up, good friends?
I'm Nikki,
I'm Ashley
and we are your good friends
on the Good Friend Podcast.
Back with another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And the last one.
Oh.
So, what are we going to have this title for today? What is our title? Because we're getting ready to drop this bomb that we done already kind of dropped on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a title.
It's going to be titled, because we sure did have a title. It's going to be titled, I Quit.
I quit.
I quit.
Hey.
I quit.
Okay.
Maybe.
We quit.
We quit.
We'll see. So we have done 2 episodes to y'all. But to us,
10.
we done
10.
We done did about 10 episodes and y'all only got 2.
Jesus.
And we have been going back and forth. And back and forth. You gotta get out my head.
I know.
About what we're doing. And so we're gonna talk about that in this episode. I think it is the end of the podcast. Definitely as we know it, because of the issues and the thoughts that we have had.
Right.
I know that I was unsettled.
Mm-hmm.
And you can speak for
I was definitely unsettled. Unsettled, yes.
And our spirits.
Yeah.
And one of the things we talked about was, should we just let the podcast go?
Right.
But what are some of the reasons that
we wanted to
just say, you know what, we're just gonna scrap it?
Yeah.
You just go.
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons was we didn't want to just be another podcast, like just another podcast, you know. We wanted to be a podcast that actually gave substance and, you know, not just talking just to be talking.
Trying to scrap for ideas,
recycling things.
Yeah. We didn't feel like doing none of that. Because we in our phones we got a list.
Yeah, got a list. We got a
of
whole
things
list
we could talk about. But it was one of those things where you get on TikTok and you scroll and you see all these podcasts and everybody is talking about the high value man, the high value, low value woman, what a man should be doing, what a woman should be doing, Christians.
Yep.
Not liking their spouses at first.
All of the things.
It just was so many things that we kept looking at, and it was like, dang, like, do we really want to just sit there and recycle all that stuff?
Right.
Now, granted, I feel like we could still come from a different perspective sometimes. Like, it's always good to have a different take.
Yeah.
But it just felt like we were following a train, and it didn't feel authentic.
Yep.
It didn't feel right to us. And so we've been battling if we should just stop. And then we were like, well, if we stop, and this is where ego and pride come in, we were like, well, if we stop, then what people gonna think about us? They're gonna be like, dang, they just did 2 episodes.
And that wasn't no podcast.
That wasn't no podcast. That was a pod. But also I've had a podcast with somebody before, and I think we only did 1 episode, and we stopped. And so I was like, man, I can't do the same thing this time. Like, why would I want to start it?
Yeah, stop.
And stop it again. But I just had trouble with one, just trying to be original in a land of podcasts that's not original, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that. It was we couldn't get a solid schedule.
It just wouldn't work.
It's just not working, especially with where I'm at
Right.
as a mother and a wife, and I got the twins. And every schedule that we make for them girls, they break them.
Oh yeah, it's nothing consistent.
Nothing consistent. On days we were supposed to record, something would happen.
Yeah.
And then it kind of made everything go to the back burner. It's like now we're scrapping for
trying to put up stuff, and then I was my fear was not putting out the episode consistently. And then like losing people that way. It's just a lot. It was
and me and you were really thinking the same thing for a while, but it wasn't until you sent that video of that lady. Who was it? Do you remember?
Yeah. Her name's Anita Phillips. Oh, I know her name. I think it's Anita something.
All right.
I want to say Phillips.
It could. I think it's her.
Phillips. Yeah.
And she was talking about she had bought the equipment for the podcast, and then she was like, "Who gonna listen to me? Like, who know me?"
Watch?
And at the same time, that's kind of how I felt because I was like, "We putting out episodes, but who watching? Like, who would know to come and watch us?"
Right.
And she was just saying that she put the podcast down, and then 2 years later she came back to the podcast. But between that time, she went to school, got a degree, and wrote a book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so people knew her.
People knew her from other things.
Yeah.
It was easier for her to. She had an audience by then. She had a following rather.
Yeah, and we got like a handful of followers. And then it's getting frustrated with you putting your material out there, and it's like people not receiving it.
Right.
And, I done talked about this before where it puts me in a bad headspace because I've been on that content creation thing for so long as far as not even content creating, but doing music, putting music out there, and it going nowhere. Like it's just hitting. I always tell you, I hit a ceiling, and then it's back down. And I hate going on that roller coaster ride of emotions because it can tie into how I feel about rejection.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it'll intertwine, and then I get to a place where I'm like, I'm not getting ready to get back in that headspace, so I let it go.
Right.
Before I get back into the headspace of feeling rejected because I'm not being received. But then we talked about if we're doing something, and that's something that we don't need to worry about because if God put us,
if it was meant for us, if it was something that He intended for us to do, we just got to do it.
Just got to do it.
You can't really worry about the external factors, all the things that, because anyway, it ain't even. It's us. It's our minds. We always come up with all these different reasons why we shouldn't do something, and all of that. So yeah,
but it still played a huge role.
Yeah.
And I listened to that video of that lady 3 or 4 times. And then I think I was like, it was just random. I was like, did I ask you why you sent me that video?
You did. You asked me why I sent the video.
And then I said, well, how you feel about the podcast?
Yeah, that's what you did. You asked me. You sure did. And the crazy thing is, I sent the video, not even thinking about the podcast, but after watching it again, it did put in my mind, like, dang, it was like hold on
for a second.
Wait a minute. But I didn't expect for you to even, but I should have known you, because, you
be right there.
Be right there. So,
just like how we did this morning. I'm coming up the stairs and I'm looking and checking.
Oh,
when
yeah,
the Aces play.
Right, we talking about we're going to miss the game.
We're going to miss the game tomorrow because we're going to be at church. Like, dang.
I was like,
get out my head.
Right? I'm talking about the same exact thing, too.
Exact thing. So, it's one of those things where we just had so many different things. And we weren't sure if we were supposed to be doing this. Right. It's like, well, are we just doing it just to do it?
And that was an issue with me too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do that. You either. Like, we didn't want to just be doing it. Just
Nah.
just to say we doing something.
I done got past that part in life,
man.
period, to where if God don't tell me to do it,
Ain't doing
I don't want to do it because I don't want to waste the time doing that when I could be doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
So it's appealing because sometimes our eyes get so stuck on social media, what we see, and it's like, yeah, we can.
Like, how can we be
How can
a
we
part
get
of it? How
there?
we get to that point too?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we were comparing ourselves to other.
Man, wrong, bad. Comparison is horrible. No, them people established.
They are very well established. They were established people, and I think really that's all that they do. It's their podcast sometimes, and whatever engagements comes along with those kinds of things. Not a regular 9 to 5 type thing.
Right.
I ain't never been that chick anyway either. Like that 9 to 5 thing.
Somebody,
Like this kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that I want to do.
Right. You don't want to follow along. I feel you. I'm
100%. 100%.
God.
Yeah. So we were sitting there comparing ourselves, and it's like, dang, well, how do we get this? And I told you I reached out to somebody, and I felt because I didn't have a big following, he didn't want to collab with me.
Right.
And I was telling you, like, it's crazy because whether I have a following or not, I'm the same legit person, like with the information that knows her job, knows what she's good at, and knows what, kind of in the area of what God called me to do.
Yeah.
And just because I don't have the following, you don't want to collab with me. Because, I saw where he looked at my profile after I reached out to him. Because, TikTok show you when people done looked at your profile. And I was like, dang, well, he looked at my profile, but he never answered the inbox. And I wasn't even trying to get paid off of it. It was one of those things where I felt like I had something to offer along the lines, like a mental health perspective of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And no response. And I was like, dang, man, if you ain't popping, if you don't have the following, it's like people don't give you a chance.
Right.
So it's one of those things too where I started looking at that, and it's like, man, who gonna listen to us? Like she said, who gonna watch? Who gonna watch? Who are me to talk to y'all?
Man.
But it does something, and it kind of contributes to like fear. Fear of failure. And like I ain't gonna tell the people my age, but
girl,
I'm up there. Like I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely in my 20s.
And I feel like that ladder to success. It has been weird to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done this so many times that it's like
a bungee cord.
like, dang, like do I feel like doing this? Not to say that it's just doing this, because it could very well be doing this and you just have your peaks and valleys.
Right.
But when you don't get the views, when you don't get the feedback, when people not sharing your stuff,
right,
your people, like your people.
Yeah, you have that expectation of your people. Really, like, supporting you. I feel like if you don't get support from your own people, who else gonna support you?
Who else gonna support you? And when you don't see that happening, it's like, maybe my stuff just ain't good. Maybe nobody want to hear
you speak.
Hear you
speak.
Want you talk. I don't want to hear you talk. What's she
Who
talking
you
about?
Who are you?
She talking about God again?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that.
Better hear it.
I feel you.
Well, hey.
I feel you. But that goes back to it plays on your emotions, and I was over there in that boat. I was like, man,
you was in that thing.
I was in that thing.
I was trying to roll it. Come on.
But I was in the hard, because then I felt like too, I was holding you back, because I'm the one who got the babies and stuff, and they keep wrecking my
Right.
schedule. And we were, we had the conversation one time about what it would look like. Like, does our podcast look like
What all the other podcasts look like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
staying on the schedule and just what we were gonna do. But in the beginning, and I think I had said this to you, I was like, I was gonna quit, but the only thing that stopped me from quitting was because I had already
We already
committed
to it.
and I
ain't
ain't
like
want to
you by
back
yourself.
and I ain't want to back
You
out
know?
because you was already involved with it,
Right.
and I was like, dang, I was like, man, I can't quit it now. But it was one of them things where I was like, man, I feel like if I just say I don't want to do it no more, then now I'm gonna disappoint you, and then I'm gonna disappoint you, and you're gonna get disappointed. But your folks, like I had went as far as to like your grandma and stuff,
Yeah.
because she watches
all the time.
all the time.
Thank you, Grandma.
Thank you.
For watching.
She watches, and it's like, dang,
Yeah.
she watching.
You know.
She proud of her grandbaby. You know,
Right.
grandbaby.
I'm over it.
Grandbaby. She proud of her. Why would I want to stop that?
Yeah.
So I fought and fought and fought. But when that video hit, I was like, all right, I'm going to just have to say something. Because now we got to figure out what's going on and what to do.
Right.
And so we sat and talked.
We did.
And we decided to go on a 3-day fast.
Yep.
Now, crazy. In the beginning, I couldn't even get the fast off the ground.
Couldn't.
What happened? I know I got, my meal prep.
Yeah, we were supposed to not
do a certain thing, and my meal prep came in, and I didn't want to waste the
the
stuff.
yeah.
So we started later, and then I ended up getting sick.
Yep.
I fought through that.
You did.
I fought through that because my goodness, I don't know if that acid reflux, that GERD, be tearing me up when I don't eat too. So,
yeah, because it's still
like,
on your stomach.
so like I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't even fast right, it's one of them seasons where my life just looks different now. Right. And so we had already had the Bible verses outlined because we attempted to fast.
Girl, no, you came to me
in the beginning.
That's why you came to me and asked me, said, when we was doing that fast the last time, did we really fast? I was like, no.
No. we had put the Bible verses and everything. Did we really fast, or did we just, what did we do?
Nothing.
Couldn't remember.
Couldn't do.
That's how the days are though.
Yeah.
It's so compiled with things that I can't even remember. I don't know, did we start it?
You know what? Now that you mention it, I don't remember.
Don't even remember.
I don't even think we did.
So we had the outline for the fast.
Right.
It's just a matter of getting to it and completing it. So, and I still had to tweak mine because, sometimes if I'm sleepy because the girls done kept me up, then that next day I'm trying not to eat nothing but juice or something like that. And it's like my body and my mind be like, girl, do you want us to shut off?
Right. You almost was in shut off mode. Wow. You was almost there.
I was almost there. But if you want to share some of like the Bible verses that we kind of outlined.
Yeah. I can do that.
For the fast.
Girl, let me. Oh, here we go. I'll start with the one. Okay, well, Psalms. It says Psalms 119, 105. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. That was one of the verses that we put in there to outline. Girl, what did we call this? What on the fasting? Okay, because mine don't want to pull it up. And there was another one in Daniel 2:22. He reveals deep and mysterious things and knows what lies hidden in darkness, though he is surrounded by light. And there's Jeremiah 33:3, which says, ask me and I will tell you remarkable secrets you do not know about these things to come.
pause for a second.
I'm a pause.
So the reason too that we have those verses, well, all of them, but I want to just speak to those is because, like we stated earlier, we don't just want to be doing things,
Right.
and so what we wanted is for God to reveal to us what we should be doing.
Yeah.
If we should be doing it.
Right. That's the first part.
What we should be doing and how
he wanted to look.
How I wanted to look.
Yeah, like
Since what we was trying and it was just like
not it. Because I was telling you the other day, I was like, sometimes we get the thought and the idea and the plans in our head and we run with what we think it should look like.
And don't know what it's supposed to look like. Just trying to do the same thing that
because that's what we see
everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Like even down to the lighting. I remember we was trying to
get.
That's what took us a long time too, because we was trying to get the lighting to look like something that we had seen.
Yeah.
And it was not working. We was in here looking like, baby, it's yours. Oh, yours. Yeah. I mean, you put the lights on.
Oh, please.
Ooh, stop me.
I'm trying to.
Ooh, but
don't do it. Don't you go there.
But it's true.
Well, no, it was.
Down to that, to the lens,
that, and then my behind not paying attention.
Plug the
little ops thing in the wrong. Boy, just
y'all, we did about 2 episodes where we ain't have no sound.
Yeah, y'all didn't get some of that stuff.
And it was good stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time we got to record it, like in the beginning, even with the lens not focusing.
Right.
By the time we probably did each episode twice or 3 times. I feel like we did that first one 3 times. That first one
we did because when we
Lisa
realized
House
that first
and here twice, didn't we?
We did it twice. We got it right the second time. That one we did multiple times though was the second episode.
Okay.
That was the one we did 1,000 times.
1,001 times. Yeah. Yeah.
And
because I feel like we were trying to get that and get everything so perfect to what we saw with people that we just that was
overwhelming and tiring.
Yeah,
it's like, and then you look at the final product, and because it don't look like what you see, you get discouraged. It's like, oh man,
are we really supposed to do this? Because every time we do it,
it don't look right, don't sound right, it just nothing. And then you get you have the people say just do it, just put it out. But I'm low key a perfectionist, and I probably should work on that. I don't want to just put out something just because to say I put it out. I want it to look good. I want it to sound good, and all those things. But yeah.
Which the next one, Proverbs 16:1, we make our own plans, but the Lord gives the right answer. And that's what we were looking for, an answer.
Yeah. And no matter what the answer was going to be, we was just going to go with it.
We was just going to go with it.
I said no.
It was just a no, because I'm tired anyway. What?
Okay.
What? Well, why would I put something on my plate and keep doing it when you done told me?
What did the lady say in the video about having
the fruit.
The fruit.
Oh, top heavy. And when your fruit tree is top heavy, it'll drop some fruit.
Yep.
And your fruit may not even be right.
Yep. It's not gonna get the nutrients that it's supposed to have for the benefit,
Yeah.
That is,
because I'm top heavy.
Top heavy. You're doing too much. Trying to do too much.
Top heavy.
Okay. What's the next one?
Proverbs 16:3. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. Yeah. Just basically,
whatever you do, give it to Him.
Give it to Him. Give it to me.
Yeah. Snap. I'm telling you, look, at this point, Lord, just snatch it.
Just snatch it.
Take it out my hand. Oh, for real.
Now this one, hold on. I don't think I even got to this one.
Which one?
The next
The
one?
Chronicles? First Chronicles?
Yeah, I don't think I
got to that one either.
I didn't get to that one. I think we ended up
we might have added it
going further into Daniel 2:22 about revealing what's deep.
Right.
Because the verse down, is it that one or was it? It was that one, I think. The verse down says you have
restored,
answered to us, answered what we have
oh,
asked.
The one after that, Daniel 2:23.
Yeah. Ended up going further onto that because of what we talked about later. So we got to the end of the fast and we ate. And I don't even remember how we started talking about it.
I don't either.
Because we ain't have no answer.
No, because I remember, matter of fact, I remember the day before you had asked me, you was like, did you feel like you got anything? You had any dreams? And I'm like, no. If I did, I don't remember.
I don't remember. And I was like, I don't remember my dreams either for some reason. So if he did answer us, we was messed up.
We
can't remember nothing.
Hopefully it come back around.
Tired. I feel like I heard little feet just then. I don't know if I'm tired or if I heard it. I heard
something.
Okay, they up from their nap. Okay. We better hurry up.
Yeah, we better. You know they come running back here.
Mommy. But as far as going on that fast, I think it still helped us slow down. And I think the things didn't really start coming to us until we started talking about,
right,
just going on the fast and just deciding to slow down and not really worried about time and stuff. But then we was like, it has to look like
whatever
us.
It has to be.
It has to be authentic. It has to be us. And we don't have a timeline.
Right.
So I know how the conversation started. So it started because we was talking about something random. And I was like, this is stuff we should be recording.
Right. That's exactly how I started.
And we were just talking about how we need to find a way to record throughout the day and just make that into an episode.
Right.
And then it's like, would it be considered a podcast or what? And we how we were talking about, like, it's almost like reality TV. And then it's like, okay, are we going to put on clothes? And it's like, I guess we have to put on clothes when we wake up now.
Yeah.
It's just going to have to look like.
It's going to have to look like how our lives, like whatever our lives consist of and whatever we do on a daily. Because can't just fit it in a box right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We're not in that place
where we can
fit it in to look this way all the time.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a traditional podcast because life just does not look traditional right now. Right. So it's almost like just videotaping, just having a camera out and keeping the mics on, being able to talk about things that, because we scroll through TikTok so much. And we always sending each other videos. I feel like that's what we be getting.
Yeah, we do. We be talking about all kind of stuff. Talk about a lot of things, and talk about a lot of things.
So, I think we went to Walmart, and we was like, you know what? That might be it.
Yep.
Like,
that might be it.
It just came through conversation, and it's like, okay, we done got our answer now. So now we just got to implement it.
Yep.
And figure out how everything is going to be. So we're going to scratch the idea of sitting down in the chairs and because shoot, we ain't even put no makeup on.
Yeah, we didn't. That's a lot, but that takes time. It takes time that we don't have.
We had makeup on in one.
And guess what? No, we didn't even have it on in one. We didn't have no makeup.
Oh, because we had to redo it.
We had to redo it. And you remember the one we had the makeup on. We had to redo it. when we had that one, the second one, when we was getting ready to record, that was when we had sat up here and did all the little makeup, made our faces up, you know. Was excited about the little makeup.
We went through a lot. Because we started with giving advice.
Mm-hmm. That was the
main thing.
right. Having people.
Yeah,
Right
and only
in.
2 of y'all wrote in.
Yeah. I guess don't nobody need no advice.
Nobody need advice.
But hey, who are we?
Who are we? Who are me to
Who
judge?
are me to judge?
Anyway,
yeah.
So that was another
Yep.
struggle that we had because we was like, well, ain't nobody really writing in, so how are we going to continue to do that?
And
then
to
we
keep it the way that we had intended for it to be.
And then we started that's when we started finding a list of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't think me and you was really into that, especially when we redo an episode. Like,
yeah, because when we did the last one we put out,
we was just,
I wasn't in it.
yeah, I know you wasn't. It was one of them things.
I wasn't in it.
I was over here sitting here pulling too.
Girl.
Just
And just hoping at the end of it all, we said all we needed to say.
and didn't.
And yeah, dang.
And didn't.
Missed it.
So
Because it was perfect the first time.
It was perfect the first time.
But you know.
Absolutely perfect the first time.
The minor mishaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we may have come up with an idea to where we revamp it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we still gonna? We can't keep Good Friend Podcast, can we?
We don't know what we're gonna have.
We don't know what
now.
we're gonna have right now.
So
we just gotta get stuff together. So
yeah.
Can't do nothing but tell people to stay tuned for however.
Whatever is to come. Just know.
Whatever. Cause we don't know. We know, but we don't know.
Right. We know.
Just trying to put it together.
What we do know is we're not gone completely, like forever, like
not
like
forever,
you know.
But it's so long.
Farewell
to you,
my friend.
Yeah, it's
goodbye.
Yeah,
for now.
Until we meet again.
That's it.
That's it. We gotta go to church tomorrow.
Yep, we do. You ready?
I'm ready. I might give y'all some footage of church tomorrow. That's gonna be exciting, ain't it?
It is.
Don't you want to tell the people what you get ready to go?
No. No. You want me to tell the people what I'm about to do?
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and put a little piece of your life out there, since you know that's what we're gonna be doing anyway.
Yeah, you know.
So shoot.
Well, I'm gonna be in church. I'm actually about to be doing something that I've never done a day in my life, which I'm okay with it. You know, there's a lot of things that I do feel, but serving in church is something very, very new to me. Nervous.
This is new. Yeah. Nervous.
Being in church consistently is new to me. So
we finna lose some viewers maybe, cause we getting into this is life now. Though.
It's our life,
It's
man.
life now.
I can't pretend and act like my life is a certain way when it ain't.
When it ain't no
It's
more.
Just, it is what it is. You know. And that's my life. I'm gonna be in church.
Lord, y'all finna see some
And she
stuff.
said she gonna be trying to record me and take pictures of me while I'm out there on the front line.
It's the comfort zone thing, like
Listen, if anybody know me, whoever watching that do know me, and I mean know me, not think they know me, but know me,
want to be in the background.
I don't want to be in nobody. I don't do all that. I like to be tucked away.
And the Lord is trying to get you to be in the front.
And I'm trying to be obedient. And it's hard. Because I almost told them people, nope. I changed my mind.
I changed my mind.
I changed my mind.
I'm not serving.
Ooh, after that meeting, I knew I wanted to change my mind.
Yeah.
I was in that sweat. I said, nope, I ain't doing this.
And I was on the other side giggling.
I know you were.
Like, ooh, she just called on him.
Go call me out in front of. I don't be talking to people like that.
But she do be talking to people.
I do be talking though. That's the crazy thing. I do be talking. I just, you know,
It's a stretch.
It is.
It's a stretch.
I got to get out of my comfort zone.
It's
I
growth.
can't be, I can't be tucked away all my life.
Well, I mean, I feel like me and you've been tucking together.
We have.
For the last, I don't know how many years now. It's just tucking and tucking. And I not wanting to connect with people.
Nope.
Because people don't be safe.
At all.
Some people don't be safe.
Yeah, let's put the sum on there.
Yeah.
Everybody
ain't dangerous.
Right.
So.
But I sure act like everybody was dangerous last year.
Everybody is. Right now, it's like, since I'm comfortable inside the house,
yeah,
we can talk.
Yeah. And it's
no
not
new friends.
Yeah, no new friends.
But
that's horrible.
But we need it. You need the fellowship.
We need the community.
Connections, the community. Yeah. Like, it's just...
It's necessary. Mm-hmm. It's necessary.
Yeah. You know? So I guess we just gonna laugh together with both of us getting up out of a comfort zone and being tucked away.
Yeah.
And see how the Lord uses.
Yeah. See what He got in store. You know.
Put on your seatbelt.
Strap up.
Seatbelt gang, like how old girl Dejanay carries and do it on basketball. Yeah.
Put on your seatbelt. Mm-hmm. Strap up. Let's get ready for the ride.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a ride.
All right. You know what I think we should do?
Well, so this is part of the episode where we play a song or we talk about a song, however we're gonna do it, where it explains like I guess what a part of our lives, like how we got through certain things, or just keep it plain and simple, like how we got through some things.
So I'm gonna play the song. Well, at least the hook. This is by Tasha Cobbs, Leonard, Gracefully Broken. And then we could talk about how it impacted you. And here we go. Make sure your sound is up. Girl, that thing was so low. Dang, Tasha. So it said, here I am, God, arms wide open, pouring out my life, gracefully broken.
Right.
What does that mean to you, girl?
Well, I will say,
ain't no way. Oh.
Now, man.
No way.
There ain't no way.
Go ahead, girl.
But anyway, that song in particular, it just resonated with me because it was a time where I was going through a lot. I'd say back in 2023, that was a time where a lot of things were changing in my life. A lot of things had changed, and I was just at my wit's end, and I was really trying to figure out like where I was in life, like where am I now? And I just remember, I don't know, I honestly, I don't even know how or why I was even listening to that song, because prior to, I don't even think I had heard the song. Maybe I was listening to her music, and I was listening to the song, and all of a sudden I'm on the floor, like, bawling.
Weeping in the well.
Weeping in the well. Weeping in the wailing. I'm talking about crying hard. And it was just one of those times where it's like I just felt, it's like she said, pouring out my life, It's like, here, God, like I don't have nothing else. I don't know what else to do. I don't know where else to turn.
This is all I
And
got.
this is all I have.
This
like
is where I'm
and
at.
This is where I'm at. And here.
What you gonna do with me?
Yeah, here. Cause I was broken. I was in a broken place. Like I was broken. And man, it just that song was one of the ones that I kept on
Repeating.
I can't repeat.
Yeah,
So
that was on repeat for me too. I think the title may have caught my eye, and I was like, "Gracefully Broken."
yeah.
And you know, when you listen to music, you tend to go to the songs that you think gonna hit you.
Yeah.
It's so slow because why would you go and listen to
So
a
you make you want
want to cry? Go and listen to a love song about somebody breaking up with you just so you can sit there and
cry.
cry.
Or get mad.
Or get mad. Yeah, just let me go play. I'm not gonna cry by Mary J. Blige and cry.
Yeah, that boo-hooing.
You know? So I think since I was broken, I just it was the title for me.
Yeah.
And then I listened and I was like, man, like it's like I may have been at ground zero at the time. That point of losing the relationship, losing the job, and it's like, all right, now shoot.
Yeah.
Like I done did it my way so many times. You're gonna have to do it. Yep. Like I'm broken. I don't know what I've been doing my whole life. Yeah. I've been going in circles my whole life, and so I'm broken. Like I know it's the gracefully broken thing because I feel like at that point it's something he pulled me away from, and I just didn't grab it back again. Yep. So he pulled me from it, and this time. I didn't say, but I need it still. Yeah. And I think I just sat there broken, and I was like, you're going to have to put me back together. And I feel like he been putting me back together since, like still even so now. Many pieces. I'm not even on the ground like that anymore. And it's like now I feel like the new foundation that he put there for me and started building on. Yeah. It's still more pieces coming, like us going to church. Yeah. And me leaving the church that I was at and going to this church because now it's another piece that he's adding. Yep. And it's like another piece of the puzzle of me that's coming together so that I can be whole and do what I need to do now.
And it's crazy because in the beginning of that song, she says, God will break you to position you.
That's what you did. I don't want you to do it again.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it again.
And that's what it's like he has to do that because we put our own pieces together and that don't look nothing like what he intended for our lives to be. So he got to do that so that he can put his pieces on top of the right foundation.
The round foundation, because he the one that he knows us.
Yep.
And he got that plan for our lives and stuff like that. That's crazy because, yeah, when you think about life and what they tell you that you can do, like you go and you taste this, you drink that, do this, and you experience that, and you just be free. And it's like, yeah, you be free, but what is the cost of how free that you're being? Yep. And that breaks you. But I think when God is telling you, all right, come on, let me
go, let me do this.
Let me do this. Let me go ahead and
tear this off.
Tear this off.
Rip this away. Burn this up.
Let me prune
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it wasn't feeling good.
It don't feel good.
Oh, God.
It don't feel good. You cry every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Nobody will believe me when I told them that after that breakup and that I didn't go back to anything, that I was crying every single day for like 2 years straight. Like I didn't miss a day. Whether the tear just did this and I just did this, it still happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, and the crazy thing is, I was no longer even crying about that one situation. I was crying about everything.
Yeah. That's the thing. That be the issue. Is like you think you crying about a breakup or but it's not that. But when you're in that, you're going through that, you start to process and realize other things, and you start getting to the root of like all of that stuff, and it's a lot, man.
Like, I never should have been here
I
in the
didn't. You
first
just
place.
crying again.
He crying again.
Just crying.
Yeah.
And, yes, man.
Ooh, I'm glad I ain't back there no more.
Me either.
Woo-wee. I didn't think I was gonna ever get past that because of the simple fact that I was still crying every day, and it made me feel like since I was crying every day, I needed that.
Yeah.
Not realizing that healing hurts.
Oh man, dang.
It don't feel good. Healing hurt. And when he's gracefully breaking you, because people like, I can hear him now. Why would God want to do something like that? It's like,
supposed to be. He's such a loving God.
He is loving, but at the same time, you put that stuff on you that now that he has to peel back and heal that.
Yep.
But it can't heal unless he peel it back.
Exactly. And then we sometimes like to go just slap a Band-Aid on it and think it's all good.
And it don't be good.
Instead of just sitting there and letting him do the work, going through it.
No matter how long
or how bad it feels.
Yep.
Just let him do it.
Yep. That's a good song. And that we just talking off of the chorus.
Right. It's crazy.
That's
That ain't
crazy.
even the verse.
That ain't even the verse. Man, look at here. That's good music that get down to you.
Your soul.
Your soul. That's definitely a song that helped me heal.
Yep, that was one.
Okay, Dave, we got that, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild. Well, good friends.
Good friends.
We wasn't even getting ready to talk about all that stuff, but that's the song. The song do it.
Yep.
Well, good friends, this is the end of this episode, and
the end as
we know it.
We know it.
Of Good Friend Podcast. We don't know how it's gonna come back. We just know that we gonna do something.
Yeah.
But that's the end. After 2 episodes.
Be sorry that we didn't give y'all more, but
we gotta be real with you.
Yep.
Honest.
Gotta be honest. Gotta
and
be straight up.
Yep. I don't want to fake it with y'all.
Yeah.
So we gotta cut that to the end.
Yep.
All right. I feel like we need the purple dinosaur to come in here and give us a hug.
Yeah,
Barney.
Mm-hmm. I love you.
Yeah.
She won't let me give her a hug though. I will say, let me hug you.
No, you do not have to hug me. Nah, we okay. Just go ahead and cut the camera. He ain't stretched me that far yet.
Yeah, I hope he do. I hope you walk around here and give him hugs. Oh, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And you be burning up on the inside.
If I had
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly?
No, maybe not. Too much?
That's too much.
That's too harsh? Okay.
That's too harsh.
Okay. Maybe not that bad.
Yeah.
But you...
As soon as I open the door, I'd be like, gone.
When was yesterday? No, that day when y'all was gone all day?
We was gone all day.
You said, whatever, you came in the door, you was like, I'm home.
I said, honey, I'm home.
I said...
Nope. All right. Nah, you're taking it too far now.
Right, because when did I become a hugger? I ain't no hugger.
It must be something inside of me that pull it at you because
Gotta
you so be coming around the corner whenever you see me. I'd be like, gone.
I am not a hugger. I don't be want to hug up on people.
The Lord put things in our lives that we need, and sometimes I might need a hugger.
You do.
I hug my kids.
That's it. they get it from you. They don't want to be hugged on either. They barely want to be hugged on.
Girl, go
beg for a hug.
My babies hug baby mama.
That's it. No, they hug me. Oh, they do. They do. Especially now, they run into me.
Gosh, they ran to you yesterday.
I know.
Well, whatever day that was, we was going
Saturday,
all day.
or Thursday.
One of them days.
Felt so good.
All right, y'all.
Yep, well,
bye.
See you later.
That's my good friend. down as my partner. She like my sister and I love her. That's my good friend. Good friend. Good friend. I can call when I need ya. If you're hungry, I'ma feed ya. You're my friend. Lunch on me, friend. Order what you want. You like. Cause last time you covered me, and you don't have to make